swing.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I didn't look at the scouting report on him. I just know he pounds the strike zone. Lefties have had real good success against him. So, those are good pitches. They got to swing at them.
The questions keep getting asked every day, but I mean, from your perspective as a manager, is it in any way a helpless feeling when you see guys who have had success driving in runs in the past that just consistently day in, day out are having trouble?
I'll tell you, Steve, first of all, we have a good team. All right, we're going through a rough time right now. We haven't hit with runners in scoring position. Everybody knows it. We got to quit rubbing it in their faces every day. We got to lighten it up a little bit. We're a long way. We still got a lot of games to play. We're not dead. We're still in the hunt, and we need to loosen up a little bit all the way around. I mean, just like right in here, you walk in here and everybody's got a long face. I'm a little tired of seeing long faces. We need to lighten it up, have some fun, get back to where the way we can play the game, and so we'll, we're going to plan on doing that tomorrow night.
How much is that mentality maybe factoring into the issues that you guys are having in that situation, the runners in scoring position? Do you just think that dark cloud, guys think of that when they go up there, and maybe that makes it even worse?
Yeah, Dan. I mean, we're not naive enough to think that these guys, as I've told you before, these players, they're smart guys. They know what's going on, and, they're getting it from their friends, everybody else. You guys aren't hitting with runners in scoring position, and so, it starts to build and all of a sudden now they go up there and they're, their heads aren't where they need to be because they're worried about making it out or not getting hit. And it should be the opposite. It should be saying, look, I'm going to get a good pitch to hit here and put a good swing on it. The rest is out of your hands. If you can do those two things, you know what? If you hit a line drive, or you hit it at somebody, or you hit a double play ball, it's out of your hands. Just put a good swing on the baseball and take your chances. And, I know Kevin and Pat have been working hard trying to keep those guys upbeat, and they're frustrated a little bit. But, I just got to tell them, look, we'll get through this. It's a little snag. But, we've got off to a slow start in the home, but we're looking at every game. We're in every game except, game got away in the ninth inning tonight with the 3-run homer. But, we were still in this game. So it's not like we're getting our brains beat in. We just haven't been able to score, and we'll get it going. Oh.
Did you feel the need to address the team after this one, or was it just an ordinary
Yeah, just
talk?
A little bit. I thought tonight was a night. We had a great crowd. Guys were excited, and just, again, you just kind of sense that, we put Juan on the DL today. We don't know about Jose. He may have to go on. And so I just think a lot of these things pile up, and I said, look, we need to lighten it up around here. We still got good players. We still got good pitching. We're, fourth or fifth in the league in pitching, or third in the league in pitching. We just got to quit worrying about all the bad things and start thinking about some of the good things and get ourselves ready for tomorrow night. Start tomorrow.
Terry, a couple starts ago, you talked about how impressed you were with Noah and how he battled through when he didn't necessarily have his best stuff. Did you have a similar thought with Matz today in terms of how he was able to work his way out of all those jams?
No question about it, and I told him exactly that. Matter of fact, I just saw him in the lunchroom. I said, I know it's hard, but tonight you don't have your A game. It's got to be – I would think it's fun to be a pitcher and go out there without your best stuff and battle really hard against a very good offensive team and look up coming out in the sixth inning and it's 2-1. You got to be pretty happy with that. And I think that's one of the great things about being a pitcher. The night you got your plus stuff, it's pretty easy. It's that night you got to work when the game's over. You got to feel good about yourself. And I told Steven he kept us in the game and did exactly what he's supposed to do. So,
Terry, you talked about stuff weighing on guys. Do you think that factors in with Darno at all, with his name being out there in the last week, that he's thinking about that a little bit?
Mike, that's very possible. Again, I haven't. I told you I talked to Travis. I've talked to the team about it. But again, they're human beings. It's like you saw last year. They want to stay here. When we certainly get all our pieces going, this is a fun place to be. We had an exciting year last year, and everybody wants to be a part of it. And I think that, when you see your name out there all the time, it probably bothers you a little bit. It's just natural. But, as I've told him, as I told you guys, he's got to get over it. That's part of the business side of the game. And, the greatest, there's a lot of guys in the Hall of Fame have been traded. So we got to go execute.
Terry, when you talked about what you feel the guys are doing, maybe a tightness a little bit, maybe that's a good word for it. You prepare so hard for these games and you're getting advice from everyone. Is there a sense that hitters just have to say, let me get back to just instinctually playing this game?
Richie hit it right on the head. They're here because they're great. They're here because they got talent. They are, they're the greatest baseball, the best athletes, and they can do it. And you're right. There's a lot of weirds, and I don't mean just the media side. Their friends are talking to them, their uncles, their dads. Everybody's got a piece of advice, especially if you're not hitting. You got to move your hands down, or you got to do this, and you know what? And again, these guys are good enough guys. They're always listening, and I think if they go back to the instinctive stuff. Hey, look, I'm here for a reason. I'm just going to go play baseball the way I know how, and I think they'll bounce back. And but again, we got to quit worrying about all the bad stuff and start thinking of some of the good things ahead.
Just want to make sure. Did you call them all together and sort of give them that message about lightening up?
Well, I'm lucky they're all in the same space. I really don't need to call them in there. I kind of get them when they're all, half undressed. I get their attention that way.
But you don't do that much after games.
I do not. Okay. I do not. Meeting. You know what? When you have a meeting, something's wrong. So I don't like to have meetings. And tonight I just walked in and said, guys, we got to lighten it up there. I told them to turn the damn music on. Lighten the atmosphere around here. We got to enjoy coming to the ballpark. And right now it's been, this time of year where it's hot and, we're coming off that long trip and everything else. And guys are, nicked up. Hey, look, we got to lighten it up and have some fun coming to the park because this is where we work. And the more fun we have, the easier it is to do your job. So, all right.